Hey guys, Red here, and this is an impromptu video, just a new format I'm trying to go for. I wanted to share something with y'all that I just recently experienced, okay, let me preface it with this. You know how when you go into YouTube comment section and when you watch these YouTube comments, everybody's like devolved into doing memes or being toxic to each other, calling each other names and being outright rude to each other. And sometimes the YouTube comments just becomes a hellhole of random noise, you know what I mean? So I was writing today, not sure why that matters, but let me just run you through what I was doing at that time. So I was writing, I was planning, because I was really anxious about the future and where this all is going, where the world is going. There is so much stuff going on in the world. My God, butchered. So there's so much stuff going on in the world, and sometimes it can make you all anxious. That's why my mind's been cluttered, and I resolved to write things down, just to plan my next steps for the next few months, next few weeks, see if just to give myself some mental clarity. That was the intention. And while I was doing this, I was listening to some random tracks, and I just, by happenstance, happened to run into this song called Sleepy Fish, or this track, a bunch of tracks. You know how lo-fi hip-hop videos in YouTube just compile a few tracks together? Yeah, I clicked one video. It had a bunch of tracks. It's called Sleepy Fish, My Room Becomes the Sea. And man, so here's what happened. While I was really anxious and trying to declutter my head, I was listening to these tracks, right, from this video, and I got distracted for a bit and scrolled down to the comments. And what I read, the stuff I read from those comments were some of the most uplifting things that I've ever read in my life. Like, a lot of people just bringing each other up, bringing each other together. I've never ever seen that kind of thing go on, like in YouTube, in comment section in general. Just people being like opening their hearts and being vulnerable and telling their stories about how they're pining for these things, how they could just go back to moments in their life that they long for, and just them trying to be good to each other. I've never seen this in YouTube comments before in my entire life, and like reading through all of these messages in the comments section, it's just so uplifting to me, because you know how these things usually are, so it just gave me a curveball that just made me smile. And I don't know, okay, so like, you know how there's always darkness in the world, and you always feel this smallness, and you always feel like you can't do anything. You have no voice. Everything is crashing down on me. People are getting sick. People are losing their lives. There's so much chaos in the world, and like sometimes there's so much noise, and sometimes you feel like there's nothing you can do, and the world is uncaring, and everything is just bad. But like, reading into these comments just makes me believe that there's a lot of good people out there. The world is freaking uncaring, man. Like, the world itself, not like, it's lonely, it's silent, and you can disappear in a moment's notice, you know? It doesn't care where you're born, who you are, what you do. It doesn't care about any of that. But despite all that stuff, despite living in an uncaring world, looking at these comments it's just proof that despite being inside this uncaring, unfeeling world, it doesn't mean that it's all meaningless. Because these comments just prove that despite living in an uncaring world, it's still filled with people who do care. People who are kind, who are good. And it just throws me off. Just how did this thing happen where everybody is just, it just threw me off. And it's oh my lord, it feels nice. Anyway, I'm gonna read I'm gonna screenshot and read these things out loud to you, and just in case you don't want to go to the specific video and read through all those comments. Alright, this one. At New Year's Eve, I spent some time with a friend of mine. Everyone was asleep, but we weren't. We went into my room and started to draw while listening to some lo-fi. It felt amazing. I felt so alive. I wish I could go back to this specific moment in time. It made me realize how important people are to me and how much I'd be empty without them. We spent hours drawing and talking about stuff. It just felt right for once. And you can see all these people pining for things that connect us. I don't know, man. Listen to me. This is just weird because I am one of the most cynical people that I know. probably the most cynical, like based on perspective, like subjectivity. Like, I feel like I'm the most cynical person I know. Like, I feel like I'm, even though, like, we project ourselves to be these nice people online, I gotta tell you, I'm not the nicest person. Nobody is. Not really. But even though I feel like I'm a cynical idiot, I feel these. I can empathize. I can feel these things uplift me, man. Let's read another one. Since I was little, I've always had a dream to go into a distant, quiet forest, away from the busyness of society, living in a small, cozy log house, surrounded by the beauty of nature. And every morning, I would wake up with a coffee in my hand, breathing the clear, fresh air, while looking at the bright, vivid sunrise. Sometimes I'm cooped up in my room, lights off, my eyes stuck, having visualizations of this fantasy. Depression sucks, and I don't think I need more people but actually the complete opposite. Like, these are not the same messages. These are just people writing into the wall of YouTube. Like, they're not calling out for anyone specifically. They're just writing their own thoughts into the air, hoping someone would connect with them. And a lot of people do. Everybody is just connecting with these messages. Well, right now, there are people all over the world who are just like you. They're either lonely, they're missing somebody, they're depressed, they're hurt, they're scarred from the past, they're having personal issues no one knows about. They have secrets you wouldn't believe. They wish, they dream, and they hope. And right now they're sitting here reading these words, and I'm writing this for you so you don't feel alone anymore. Always remember, don't be depressed about the past. Don't worry about the future, and focus on today. If today's not so great, don't worry. Tomorrow's a new chance. And just like, okay, this is a quote from somewhere, but the point is the people are leaving these messages out to uplift somebody. So I don't know. This just proves, man, that people can be good. And there's no point losing hope for this world. We can do something. Listen. And I say this as the asshole I am. I really feel like I'm just a cynical jerk deep inside, but I believe these things. I don't know, like this is weird. I know this is a weird video. This isn't even like gaming related or anything. I just like wanted to pick this up because this is the most real talky, like wholesome thing I've seen on YouTube in a while. And I'm sure like a lot of the videos from this channel, Chillhop, y'all should visit that channel, by the way. A lot of the videos in his channel or their channel are just as wholesome as this one. But man, this one's just struck me at how uplifting and wholesome these people can be. I honestly wish my room becomes the sea was a reality. It would be so peaceful just to lay down and watch fish swim above you. Slowly fall asleep while listening to music. If anything was possible, I would have a room in the ocean so I could fall asleep just like that. Yet, it's merely impossible to achieve something like that. We don't have the technology, at least for now. Also, if I could have another room, it would be in the clouds or sky. You could watch the sunset and see all the clouds turn different shades of orange and pink, red or light purple. It would be amazing. I just wish it was possible, you know? And just these people just are expressing their thoughts, their dreams. They are just bearing themselves out to the world, even though they could be ridiculed and people would just call them like fools or dreamers and non-realistic. I don't know. We all feel this way inside, and it's really nice to read people just out there being bare with to perfect strangers. YouTube can devolve into like this hateful place, especially in the comment section. But for the shortest while, I believe that the world's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna be back to my idiot self playing more video games soon in the future. I'm gonna have a proper streaming schedule again. I think I'm ready for that now. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll talk about it sometime later. I'm gonna leave the link for the channel and the specific video that I'm talking about on the description box thing, and y'all visit that place. I don't know how to close this, man. I'll just leave this out there. Thanks for everything, guys. Thanks for everything. I'll be back to my idiot self next time. I'll see you in the next one. Red out.